9 News Plus weather, sponsored by Carrier Colorado. The future of home comfort is here.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus on this right now sunny Wednesday. I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi. We've had a sunny and dry and warm stretch over the last few days. That will come to an end starting tonight, but more in earnest for tomorrow. Tomorrow looks a lot cooler, a lot stormier. It'll stay that way for your Friday, and even cooler temperatures likely for our Friday as well. But right now, still looking at lots of sunshine outside here across the metro area on this Wednesday morning. Just a few of those clouds bubbling off the distance. That's an indication starting to get a bit more moisture here into the eastern part of Colorado, and that will give way to some stronger showers and storms possibly for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. So overall headlines: warm and dry for most today. Could still get an afternoon or evening, maybe even an overnight storm north and east of Denver. I think we're going to stay dry in the metro area, but it's as you head north, so Greeley, Fort Collins, Fort Morgan. This is where we could look at a storm for this afternoon and really more overnight tonight. And then for tomorrow, the metro area, the entire metro area, will be back within a threat for some strong severe storms. And storms will linger into your Friday, but the severe weather threat looks lower for Friday compared to Thursday. Now, western Colorado once again under a red flag warning with a combination of gusty winds and low relative humidity. That's going to unfortunately mean that we are looking at, once again, red flag warning conditions out that way. Avoid anything with a spark outdoors in that part of the state. A Doppler radar right now is quiet for us across the state, but that will change in the next couple of hours, especially for us here across northeastern Colorado. Could get one or two storms again. I think Weld, Larimer, Morgan counties, this is the area that would be a bit more favored to get a stronger storm this afternoon and early this evening. Majority of the metro area probably calm, probably quiet, but we could get a stronger storm or two in this part of the state. Again, you get north and you get a little east of Denver, and that's where I'm a little concerned about the potential for some large damaging hail, as well as maybe some pretty strong winds up into Weld, Morgan, and Larimer counties. Maybe even a little further east as you get into Logan, Phillips, and Sedgwick counties as well. And that threat for severe weather highest as you go north and east from Denver. I think in the metro area where the majority of us, again, get north of, say, Frederick, Dacono, I think we're probably all right. It's or you head south of Frederick, Dacono, you're probably all right. It's as you head north of those areas that you start looking at that higher potential for some of those strong to severe storms. So for tonight, again, northern and eastern fringes of the metro area, that's where we're looking at that highest risk for seeing a storm. But otherwise, we're going to be looking at a calm and tranquil evening and winds on the light side. And by the way, winds a little lighter today compared to yesterday. It was pretty gusty at times for us, especially yesterday morning. Now, things change for tomorrow. We get a cold front that moves its way on through. That means a stormy and cooler day for both tomorrow and for Friday. And Friday in particular looks pretty cloudy and pretty unsettled, pretty nasty outside. But tomorrow we're going to have some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. So for tomorrow, temperatures upper 70s for us here in the metro area. And I think we're going to be looking at those winds a little gustier as well, but again, it's the afternoon chance for some of those showers and storms. That is a little bit something to watch for, with a marginal risk for severe weather across basically all of northeastern Colorado. Denver technically not included within it, but I'm going to tell you what here, folks, that will be, they're going to move this to include the entire Denver area for tomorrow in the next couple of updates, just because that threat looks actually probably highest as you head south of Denver for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. So, kind of walk you through the forecast. Tomorrow, we'll probably wake up to mostly cloudy skies, maybe even some patchy fog. And then as we head through the day, we'll probably clear things on out. And I've mentioned this before. There's a bit of an oxymoron when it comes to this. When you see that sunshine, you might think, okay, maybe no storms, right? Sunshine, drier weather. In tomorrow's case, if we get more sunshine, that will mean a higher chance for stronger storms in the afternoon, because that sunshine, it's energy. It's what these stronger showers and storms, they fuel off of that sunshine. They need that heat. They need that instability to get going. So again, more sunshine tomorrow. That would mean worse news for the afternoon in terms of that potential for some of those stronger showers and storms. That said, if it stays cloudy basically all morning long, we're probably going to skirt by with a few weaker showers and storms during the afternoon. But again, more sunshine equals more potentially bad news for tomorrow afternoon, with that potential for some of that large hail and damaging winds. So again, lots of clouds tomorrow morning. Wake up to a fair bit in the way of cloud cover. How much that breaks up tomorrow, will be the key, with some storms likely after about 2 p.m. and a higher chance to head south and east of Denver. So think about some of those typical hot spots for storms: E470, Lone Tree, Castle Rock, Parker, Centennial. Those will be the areas South Aurora. These are going to be the spots that will be at the highest risk for seeing some of those stronger shower storms, maybe the airport as well, and then things clear on out tomorrow night. Now, that threat for severe weather tomorrow, any storm that develops will have a pretty high risk for some pretty large hail for tomorrow afternoon, and there's a bit of a risk for flooding, not as high as it was last week. Wind as well, again, not as high as it was last week, and there's also a low risk for a tornado as well. Then for Friday, we keep some of those showers and storms around. That's with that system. That'll keep us just kind of cloudy and cool for Friday in particular. And then by Saturday, we're looking at a generally drier forecast. The weekend ahead, we do have showers and storms around, but not as many, and a lower overall risk. So if you're looking for better news for the weekend, you've got it. It's really just tomorrow and Friday that look pretty unsettled. The weekend, generally speaking, looking a fair bit better. And then some more kind of typical popcorn afternoon showers and storms for the beginning to middle part of next week. Now, one thing we did yesterday, we got up to 90 degrees for the first time this year. On average, we get about 46 days at 90 or above. But yesterday, it took us until June the 27th to get to our first official 90-degree temperature in Denver so far this year. That was our latest first 90-degree reading since 1982 for us here in Denver. In fact, one of our, I believe it was tied for our 11th latest first 90-degree temperature on record here in Denver. The record is July the 21st, so we were nowhere near the record, but worth noting that it was a bit of a long wait to get our first 90-degree temperature of the year officially at the airport. We got there yesterday. That said, top line takeaways from the forecast: isolated stronger storm or two tonight north and east of Denver. In town, we're probably all right. Then for tomorrow, after about 3 p.m., we got some stronger shower storms possible depending on how much sunshine we get during the day for tomorrow, and then keeping those clouds and some showers and storms around Friday, drier for the weekend. I'll have another update for you coming up at 9 News at noon, also at 2 p.m. here on 9 News Plus. Then we've got Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin in at 4 and 5, and Meteorologist Danielle Grant in at 6, 9, and 10 on the 9 News family of networks. Once again, I'm 9 News Meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.